So there's a show on Netflix. It's actually a series, and the title is Manifest. Have you heard of that show? In that show, a plane disappears for years. And when the passengers return, something strange happens. They began hearing what the show calls callings. And these callings are little impressions, nudges, moments where they feel like, hey, I've got to go somewhere, help someone, or take action. Now, they don't always understand why, but they sense that they're being guided to something for the greater good. And they try to live their normal lives, but when the calling comes, off they go. And you know what? When I read the story of Esther, it reminded me of that. And I realized something. Number one, the queen is just living a comfortable life. Like she's in the palace, everything's good for her. She didn't ask to be the queen, right? She didn't plan for this role. But then this crisis happens and her people are about to be destroyed. And then her cousin sends her a message saying, hey, who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? In other words, maybe you didn't end up here by accident, but maybe the position you're in, the access you have, and the influence you have is because you were meant to help in this moment. And then suddenly Esther realizes something. Her life isn't just about her comfort, she has a calling. Does that ring true for you? I was thinking about it. Now, here's why I shared this with you today. Every single person on this team has been touched by this technology we have in some way. Many of you experienced healing. Maybe pain disappeared, inflammation went away, energy returned. Oh, you could sleep better. Even you see people that have had serious illness come back and reclaim their health. So for many of us, LifeWave wasn't just a product, it's actually a turning point. And after that moment, something interesting started happening. For me, I started noticing people. I started being aware when I saw people who were in this kind of discomfort. Or I've noticed when people are talking to me, I wonder about inflammation. Or people who struggle with sleep and they have to take sleep aids. Or people who are struggling just to get through the day and they need more energy. And sometimes I feel that little inner nudge. I call it the calling. And that calling is tell them more about this, share this with them, help them. That's called a calling moment. So, calling moments don't always feel comfortable. Let me tell you. And in the show Manifest, when people get a calling, they don't always want to follow it. Sometimes it interrupts their plans, sometimes it's inconvenient, sometimes it even feels risky. And you know what? Esther felt that exact same way because approaching the king without an invitation, she could have died. She had every reason to want to stay quiet. But eventually she said something powerful. She said this: if I perish, I perish. In other words, this is bigger than my fear. And that's the moment a person steps into leadership. Now, to me, leadership is not a title. It's not a moment when you decide, I'm going to act. It's a calling that you say, I must act when the moment comes. Like you know the moment's coming and you're going to act. Now, why does this matter for our team? Why am I even talking about this? When somebody hears about LifeWay for the first time, something interesting often happens. Some people that sounds interesting. Others people will say, that's different. Or some people will say, hey, where has this been? Why didn't I know about this sooner? Because when people experience relief, guess what? When they feel their body wake up again, it's not just a product, it's hope. And when you carry that hope to people, that's not sales, that's actually service. So here's what I want us to do. Those of you that really feel the calling, like this is a calling moment, and I'm challenging you just like I'm challenging myself. So here's the challenge I want everybody to listen to today. When you sense that moment, when you think of someone who might benefit, when you feel that little nudge to reach out, don't overthink it. Don't wait for perfect words. Just share. Now, package your story, right? Of course, because just like Esther, she realized she was being placed where she was there for a reason. And each of us, we've been introduced to this technology for a reason too. You never know whose life might change because you listened to that calling. So today, I just want to encourage you, pay attention to those moments. Someone may come to mind today, someone who you know is in that discomfort of their life, someone who's struggling with energy, someone looking for hope. And when that calling comes, go. Because sometimes the smallest act of sharing can become the biggest turning point in someone's life. So because of that, here's a 21-day leadership sprint. I'm calling it Follow the Calling. Team, over the next 21 days, we're going to really train ourselves to act when we feel the calling to help someone. Now, this is besides your daily method of operation. I want you to notice when you hear the calling moment, because leadership isn't about waiting until you're ready. Leadership is about showing up, responding when the moment comes. Now, just like Esther realized she was placed where she was for such a time as this, each of us has people in our lives who are struggling with something, and we have the solution. And we now can carry that to them and be the help that they need. So for the next 21 days, we're going to practice a simple habit. When the thought comes to help someone, we act, no matter what. So let's make it a challenge. Every day, ask yourself one question. Who can I help today? Then take one small action. Could be send a text to someone. I need to talk to you. I've got something exciting to share. It may be share a testimony. Could be invite someone to a launch party or Zoom that you hadn't thought of previous. Follow up with someone who comes to mind that's outside of your regular follow-up list. Or simply post a simple story on your social media if you do that. Or introduce someone to the technology that you never thought might need it. Just follow the nudge, the calling moment. This is a habit we're building for the next 21 days. This is the leadership habit. Number 1, show up. And showing up is half the game. Number 2, act when the moment comes. And then number 3, trusting God with the results. So that's the powerful principle. Like you plant, you water, but God gives the increase. And our job is simply to plant, water, show up. God brings the increase. So for the next 21 days, let's really focus on ranking up. That's the leadership goal, ranking up. During this 21-day sprint, everyone sets a rank up target. You know your target, don't you? If you're a 1-star manager, you want to be a 2-star. If you're a 2-star, 3-star. If you're a 1-star director, 2-star, and 3-star, you know the drill. Director to 1-star executive. Where are you? Locate yourself. Now, this is not about pressure. This is about training ourselves to lead, because leadership is built through consistent small actions. So I don't want to create anything fancy, but I want you to create this tracker on your phone each day. All you have to do is track this. 1, I helped someone today. 2, I followed a calling. 3, I showed up. And you can put down, I had a conversation, or here's how I helped them, or here's what I did for follow-up. So those 3 things, just track. I helped someone today, I followed a calling, I showed up. Even if it's 1, it's small daily actions builds momentum. So we're trying to build momentum. So in closing, imagine what would happen if everyone on this team helped 1 person per day for the next 21 days. Lives would change, families would change, health would change, and new leaders would rise. So for the next 21 days, we're going to train ourselves to do this simple thing. When we feel the calling, we go. Text me if you're in for the challenge. Now, if you're not, that's fine. But let's make this fun. There's a reward for the person who keeps up the momentum and has the most touches. So stay tuned for that, but that's all. Until next time.